Number 1. A table has a square top. The area of the tabletop measures 18 square feet. Find the length of one side of the tabletop. You have to remember what a square is. A square is a quadrilateral that has all four sides congruent. So if you know one side, then you know all of the sides. So I'm going to label one of the sides X, which means all of the sides are X. If I'm finding the area, I multiply base times height. Base times height would be X times X, which is then X squared. They told me that the area is 18. To get rid of the square, I take the square root. It's the opposite of the squaring function is a square root. I have X by itself now, and then over here I have to take the square root of 18. I simplify the square root of 18 using the product rule for radicals, separating 18 into 9 times 2. I choose 9 times 2 because the square root of 9 is 3, and 3 times the square root of 2 would be what my answer is. The final answer is 3 times the square root of 2 feet. Let's take a look at number 2. Number 2 says a car travels at 30 miles per hour. What is the rate in miles per minute? So I take the 30 miles per hour and I multiply it by the unit converter for hours to minutes. The unit converter for hours to minutes is 1 hour equals 60 minutes. I want to set up my unit converter so that the hour cancels the other hour, which means the hour goes here. 1 hour equals 60 minutes. I then cross cancel the hours and the hours, and I also can cross cancel the numbers. The 30 becomes a 1 and the 60 becomes a 2. They have a common factor of 30. And what I get is 1 mile over 2 minutes. This is then equal to 1/2 miles per minute. Let's take a look at number 3. Number 3 gave us 2 radicands and it asked us to subtract them. The first radicand is 2 times the square root of xy. This is number 3. Minus 9 times the square root of xy. Notice how the square roots are the same. When the square roots are the same, I simply combine their numerical coefficients to get -7 and then square root of xy. Just goes along for the ride. That would be the answer. Let's take a look at number 4. Number 4 is an expression that has to be simplified using the order of operations. Okay, 6 minus 2, then a bracket, then a parentheses. 4 minus 1, close parentheses to the second power plus 7, and this is a bracket. Close the bracket. So we start in the innermost. We do what's innermost first, which is the parentheses that has the exponent attached. So the 6 just gets copied down, minus 2 gets copied down. We do this math first. This becomes 3. 4 minus 1 is 3. We raise that to the second power. We add 7. Next, we continue to work in the innermost, doing the exponent first. The 6, 2, all of that is copied down. 3 to the second power gets 9. 9 plus 7. I then finish in the brackets. 9 plus 7 is 16. Remember to put the brackets back because the brackets indicate multiplication. I then finish up the multiplication. 6 minus 2 times 16 is 32. Subtracting 6 minus 32, I get a negative 26. No, 24. Negative 26 is right. Let's look at number 5. Number 5 is a fraction that has a numerator, which is m to the negative third power. This is number 5. Over n to the second power. And this problem asked us to simplify it. The only thing I have to do to simplify this is to get rid of that negative exponent. You have to remember what a negative exponent means. It means whatever is attached to gets moved to the denominator of the fraction. What's left in the denominator of the fraction is the invisible one that sits with the m. The n squared is in the denominator, and the m third joins that n squared in the denominator. And that would be the answer to number 5. Let's take a look at number 6. Number 6 is multiplying two binomials. 3x plus 1 times negative 2x plus 2. When I multiply binomials, I start with the first term in the first binomial, and I multiply it by both of the things in the second binomial. 3 times negative 2x is negative 6x squared. Remember, x times x is x squared. 3x times a positive 2 is a positive 6x. I finished with the 3x, now I multiply the 1. 1 times negative 2x is negative 2x, and 1 times 2 is 2. I then simplify by combining my terms in the middle. Negative 6x squared, positive and a negative mean I subtract them. Positive 4x plus 2. Number 7.